Yeah, hi, I'm Alex. I'm a student of German at the University of Kent. And yeah, we're out here doing our 5-night sleep out. We're on day 3, we've just done night 2, I guess. Yeah, we are from Students Against Homelessness, but this is nothing to do with the society or Kent Union. So yeah, we are just a few people doing this off our own backs, but we are associated with this kind of Students Against Homelessness society. And we're doing this to raise awareness about homelessness in Kent and in Canterbury and in general, and it's to coincide with the Homelessness and Poverty Action Week, which is starting today on Sunday the 31st of January and it's finishing next Sunday. So far we've been very cold. First night we didn't get very much sleep at all, and it was very noisy as well, and the drunk people were a bit more in your face than they were last night. We talked a lot, but the morale is still pretty high at the moment, considering, you know, we've been rough for 2 nights, we haven't had a shower. Oh yeah, and we met this guy called Stan, who's a really nice bloke. You know, he's living on the streets at the moment. He's from Birmingham, and he's travelled down here. Yeah, and he's just, you know, gives us stories, gives us bits of advice. You know, it's been real kind of eye-opening, for me at least.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I study philosophy up at the University of Kent, and I'm part of the 5-day sleep out for raise money for Porchlight. Part of the reason that we wanted to do this is because the problem of homelessness in Canterbury is, well, it's always been pretty bad. It's got really even worse recently because last year the council lost a lot of money through their investments in Icelandic banks, which collapsed. So they cut a lot of funding from the Scribe Foundation, which was the primary homeless charity in Canterbury, and it ran a night shelter and a drop-in day centre and provided homeless people with food and stuff. That's now been cut down to only a day centre, 4 hours a day on weekdays. So obviously the service to like homeless people in Canterbury has just dropped so much. And Porchlight, the charity that we're raising money for, operate just in Kent, and they've picked up a lot of the work that the Scribe used to do, and they run outreach in Canterbury and, you know, bring food and check up on the people who are sleeping rough. So we thought that we might try and do as much as we can to raise some money. We thought one night isn't really enough to make people go, wow, that's a really big effort, let's give them some money. So we thought, why not do the full thing and do 5 nights? Well, so I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling really positive about the next 3 nights.
Hello, hi, I'm Damon. I'm a second-year wildlife conservation student. Go to University of Kent with Zoe and Alex as well, and I'm here doing the 5-day sleep out. So 2 nights have gone so far. 3rd night coming up tonight, and feeling pretty good. Morale's high after the first night, which I was the only one who got any real amount of sleep. Yeah, basically moved through that night. Yesterday was very insightful day. Really got chatting basically to some of the homeless people around Canterbury who've actually been really supportive of this movement, or of this rather, because it's something basically we were scared of, just in case obviously they didn't and they felt offended by it, which is something obviously we're willing to just stop immediately if they did. But basically, from what we've received from it, it's been 100% positive. It's been, I don't know, a real kind of test of character as well in a way. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, feeling's really good for it. Raising awareness that, you know, to people, talking, handing out our web address basically as well for our sponsors. But yeah, but basically because, well, just as Zoe said, basically, I thought, well, it'd be a great way, you know, I mean, if we did something really kind of hit home, a time that's when it's really cold as well. 5 days basically will really get people talking, really get interest basically buzzing as well. And I thought, well, it'd be a great way, obviously, to be. So obviously, I'm sympathetic to the situation of homeless people, but I could never be empathetic because I don't know obviously what it's like. And still, although it's a 5-day thing, so I can never really know what it's like. It brings a new kind of perspective to things, you know. Yeah, and basically, you know, I really do kind of feel, I guess, kind of submerged within all this as well. I mean, it's, yeah, basically something I felt really, really passionate and positive for, and glad I've been able to kind of like join the cause and help out in some shape and some form. So, yeah, so third night coming up, and we'll see how it goes. Right, basically there were 6 of us as originally, when we originally started, but now it's evident we're down to 3 people. Basically, it's taken quite a lot of courage, basically, from our fellow kind of compatriots, basically, regarding this, because the other 3 really did want to go through with it, but each through basically their own causes, basically, or afflictions, haven't been able to do it. Aaron, the first member of our group to kind of drop out, basically, he really was kind of ill prepared for this. Didn't have the right equipment, and basically for the sake of his health, really had to drop out. Obviously, he's come down, visited, so he's kept us all in good spirit. Carissa, good friend of ours as well, she really, really did try to power through, but she was really ill during this time, had severe stomach cramps. Actually managed to do a full night, and really she was just overwhelmed basically by the pain in the end, and that was the only thing literally that kind of stopped her, and realised basically for the sake of her health she had to go home and stop. And the other member of our party, Paul, also a really good friend of ours, he's Carissa's boyfriend, and she has no one looking after her at the moment, so we thought... Yeah, except him, basically. So, yeah, so basically that's the reason basically why he's gone, basically, so he could really take care of her. But basically, yeah, you know, they're with us, spirit. So that's the reason now that we're down to 3, but we're still pushing through.
Carrying through. Yeah. The one thing that we've really found in doing this whole experience, and we're really halfway through now. Halfway through?
No, we're
not even halfway through yet.
Almost.
Almost halfway through, and already we found the most difficult part isn't really the night. As long as you've got a warm sleeping bag and you just know that you're somewhere vaguely safe, then the night isn't even the really difficult part. You can easily get through that because you just try and sleep. The day is actually just really odd because it's incredibly boring. The boredom is just, like, you can't even describe. You have nothing to do and you have nowhere to go.
Basically what you spend your day doing is looking at people's hip level the entire time.
Yeah.
Or the feet. You know, you can go out for walks and stuff.
You've got to go out for a walk to keep warm.
You have to be so careful. If we all wanted to go out for a walk, we'd have to lug all our stuff around Canterbury. Not having something to put that is really kind of, you know, against the boredom is really quite something.
What you end up doing is playing games with yourself, like you find something to do, and then you go and do it. You make sure you spend as long as you possibly can doing that so that you can kill as much time as you possibly can. And you haven't got loads of spare space and you just sit around. You're essentially just waiting for the night when you can sleep. And then at night, you're waiting for the daytime again.
So you can eat.
So you can eat. It's just a really long waiting game, and you can really see how it can get to people who really do live on the streets.
You cease to really think about things, I suppose. I mean, all you think is sleep, and you kind of just get into the cycle.
Yeah, it's so easy when you, I mean, obviously when you're living at home, or you've got work or school or whatever, you've got things to occupy you, and it's just, you don't even think about surviving, it's just what you do, and everything else just packs around that, whereas out here, that's all you've got to do. All you've got to do is survive. So, you know, sleep as much as you can and eat as much as you can get hold of, and that's all there is.